Hey everybody, welcome to Who Gives a Shit, the podcast that asks the most important question.
Who gives a shit?
Well, CJ, man, how's your week been going, dude?
My week went alright. On Thursday, I went into the bar, won $500 and two hands. It was a kind of crazy day because when I was gone, they were doing an apartment-wide raid on my complex.
Oh, what? What?
Yeah, so this guy had robbed the cell phone store that's right across the street from my place. And he was hiding up with guns and phones and a bunch of hard drives. So they got him.
Damn. So, wait, were they just like... So would you just like look out the window and there's fucking dudes in SWAT gear and shit? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there were some army guys towards the end of it, but it was mostly just cop cars blocking off the entrance.
Well, damn, that's got to be a little startling.
It was just hard to get my car through my parking lot because they weren't letting any people through. So I had to explain myself to the cop, and then I got through. Crippled privilege, I think it's called. Man,
so yeah, I got some kind of depressing news that bummed me out over the weekend. I have a old car. I have two cars. One of my cars is an old car, and so it has old car problems from time to time. And I got a Skyline GTR, right? It's a 92, so this thing's old as fuck. And I have like phantom electrical issues for my damn car, so I gotta almost rewire the whole fucking thing, and that fucking sucks.
Yeah, it sounds kind of tedious, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Fuck that. I'll pay someone else to do it, but even then, that's still expensive, and whoever's doing it, it's going to be fucking tedious. And I'm not going to have this thing for a while. I haven't had it for a long time, man. This thing has been getting work done on it for the better part of a year. It's creeping up on a year this thing has been down, man. And I want my fucking car working. Shit.
Your car sounds like my wheelchair, Adam.
It's normally working, man. It was a great car. For a while, I was so glad that I bought this thing, and then I got slapped by old car problems. I mean, I got slapped in the fucking dick by this shit.
Well, that was pretty much my week. I had a pretty short week, but we got a hell of a show for everyone today.
That we got some coincidental overlap in what we're bringing in. There's a bunch of weird shit, man. So, do you want to go first or shall I, man?
Why don't I go first?
Alright, so what you got for us, dude?
So, this is something I brought in to the show already, this publication. I'm going to read the headline, and then you can guess where it's from. Gabby Petito was in the irreplaceable music video for Sandy Hook.
I am going to guess the New York Times?
So close, man. New York Post.
Damn it.
Post.
Damn it. So it's this chick that's the crossover in stories, by the way. It seems like missing white bitch syndrome has hit the nation by storm.
I'm gonna snitch on myself, Adam. I know you told me not to do it for the podcast, but I feel like now is the right time. I murdered Gabby Petito. I did it. I was talking to a good friend of mine, O.J. Simpson. Are you familiar with O.J., Adam?
OJ's great, man. He was just likable enough to get away with killing a white chick, man. That's a really high bar for a black dude to cross.
Well, he was talking about how he dismissed the sight of a knife going into white flesh and he was really talking it up. So I thought, oh, I should give this a shot. And that's why I decided to stab this Gabby bitch. So you're welcome, police department. I'm making your job easier.
So, what is this fucking music video, dude?
So this is, depending on who gives a shit about this is the bad in two ways. So the first way you could look at it is this Gabby lady was actually involved in the shooting, because in the music video, before this music video, it said that all the actors in the video were somehow involved with Sandy Hook. It had a little message right before the music video. So either she is in the music video because she was a part of the shooting, and that makes her a crisis actor, according to some people. Or she's an actor, and this band just hired people to pretend to be Sandy Hook kids for the music video.
What the fuck? So, this is a dumb story. Because this chick went missing and then ended up getting murdered or something, and so people just started diving into this chick's background. She just so happened to be in some fucking music video. Who gives a shit? And I saw the same thing when I was doing the To Catch a Redditor about it. I'm like, oh, damn it. Yeah, if anyone is associated with Sandy Hook at all, they're going to call you a fucking crisis actor. They're probably calling her a crisis actor right now, and they're trying to distract you from the super AIDS that the government invented, or whatever the fuck they're pitching this week.
Listen, I think it's hilarious because it's bringing back awareness to Alex Jones and how he should be on all the platforms.
I don't think that Alex Jones should be banned.
Yeah, when I was looking this up more than anything, there were just arguments. Alex Jones is right, and then you have the other people on the other side saying that he's responsible for a school shooting.
But man, even if the Sandy Hook shit didn't tank him and get him depersoned or whatever, dude, there's no way he would have made it past COVID. As soon as he said one bad thing about the vaccine, it would have been donezo for him had he made it up until now, but he just didn't.
What gets me about articles like these is there's people in the corner of the internet who I think they do this to get chicks at them, but they always have to stand up for kids they don't know who were in school shootings. And they always have to be like, excuse me, everyone, I have an announcement. School shootings, they're bad.
Stunning and brave. Yeah, I've kind of forgotten about school shootings a little bit, man. You didn't really, there's not any school shootings now that there's fucking pandemic bullshit happening. So it kind of just didn't really happen for a little bit.
That's not true, Adam. The shooter had a fully automatic COVID rifle. Just releasing the
They're killing all the old people in the school. They're like, I'm gonna shoot whoever's the oldest bitch up in here.
Oh, I don't know. It's really weird to me. I don't know if these guys do it for chicks. Like, do you think that works? You go up to a broad, hey, baby, I just want you to know that school shootings are terrible. And then you're just balls deep in Niagara Falls for the rest of the night.
Here's how I think things like that could work. If there's like rallies and events and other dumb shit that people do in person to support some dumb crap like this, and there's a lot of chicks that go, if you go too, they got this thing called the propinquity effect. If you just are around chicks, eventually you're going to start talking and getting close to one of them. That's just kind of how it works.
So you're saying this does work?
If you actually get up and go places, but I don't think people get up and go anywhere anymore, so no, it doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, I mean, I did it to get out of school. I don't know if you remember when that MS Gonzalez chick had her 15 minutes of fame. You remember that time?
No. What are you talking about?
So the Mexican chick that was involved in one of the shootings, she was like a butch lesbian kind of looking Mexican chick.
Yeah, is this what, okay, yeah, what about her?
Well, she did this organization thing called the March Against Rifles or something, whatever it was. Anyway, they were doing one at my school, and it was during
Did you say it was
history.
ableist?
No. It was during history class. So despite not being able to march, I joined the march, and I pretended to hate assault rifles, so I didn't have to go to school for an extra hour.
Yeah, well, I mean, to get out of school, I'd say a lot of things.
Yeah.
Damn.
But it's just weird seeing all these people virtue about school shootings, like what they're saying is somehow controversial.
Yeah, and it does seem to get pulled out of fucking nowhere. Really weird non sequitur, man, to go from a missing bitch to back to Sandy Hook to support kids and shit. This is fucking strange. If you're gonna support kids, tell them to not live in a van.
um, what I think is funny is how people get so mad when you talk about crisis actors. I've been doing it not because I believe that that's a thing, but just because it's so funny that people care about this to me.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of funny. Like, well, it's funny that people would get so upset about it. The Sandy Hook is one that it's kind of an exception because the meme got too big, man. Its power level became too great, and people started like showing up to like people with dead kids as houses and shit like that, and yelling at them and stuff like that's fucked up. That's never gonna play out too well, man.
They're trying to make a new 9/11, Adam. They're wanting to make Sandy Hook 9/11, so every year we do a
What
memorial for it,
from
and we
what
have to jerk each
missing
other
YouTube
off with
van lady?
stories.
Like,
Huh?
this is so strange, dude. It really is. The
Yeah.
well, the last time I really heard a lot about her crisis actors brought up quite a bit was the Vegas shooting. There's a lot of people talking about crisis actors right after that. That man, that people were quick to jump on the conspiracies in that one. Like they were cooking
Well,
that shit up.
before we move on from this topic, I just want to say Alex Jones was correct, and he was banned for telling the truth. We love you, Alex.
Yeah, but poor Alex, you're right about that. Was not happy to see him go because I mean it's just yeah, I mean it was kind of like a first domino thing where it's like, ah shit, here it comes. They're gonna be freaking hitting people with the band hammer every now and then. It's gonna be a thing. Well, let's get into the next topic. So here's what that let's play our favorite game. All right. So guess the outlet, CJ. Here's the headline. R. Kelly has been found guilty of federal crimes after 11 sexual abuse victims testified against him. All right, who do you think wrote that headline?
Is this the New York Times?
No, this is BuzzFeed.
Oh, really? I thought the New York Times would care about R. Kelly.
Oh, they did write a story about him, but this one was the closest one to the headline that was fluffed up just a little bit because they have to talk about the abuse victims testifying against him. So, okay, I brought this in because this was a really weird story to me, actually, because I'm not one for like meme phenomenas or anything like that. But man, I think I'm from like an alternate timeline, dude. You know of like the Mandela effect?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So, dude, I'm from a different timeline where R. Kelly 4 years ago went to prison for yelling at a bitch in a Taco Bell that started an investigation that ended up bringing him down. Like, he had some chick in a collar and a leash and, like, made her stand in the corner while he was berating her. And then he ended up going to prison for, like, child porn. And this shit happened, like, 4 years ago. Like, I could have sworn that fucking happened.
It definitely did. He writes songs about peeing on underage girls, so I
Yeah.
don't think anyone's surprised.
I wasn't. I was surprised that he wasn't already in prison. And like I remember when he got away with fucking doing his sexual deviancy years and years ago, man. Like you
Let's
ever
not
watched the
get
boot?
too carried away, Adam. Bump and Grind is a good song.
Dude, Dave Chappelle was fucking roasting his ass when he was in his prime. Like that
Yeah, I
is
remember that too.
my pee on you, drip, drip, drip. Like that shit was fucking hilarious. And how Dave Chappelle comical genius, man, because he broke it down exactly. Nobody that's black is gonna accept that R. Kelly was peeing on those on that chick because it just doesn't really matter that much. He's got enough celebrity to burn that the people were just willing to forgive him. But
Some people
man,
are
they are
just
throwing
too
his ass
talented.
under the prison in this one, dude.
Maybe the novelty of R. Kelly has worn off.
Yeah, the novelty of R. Kelly wore off a long time ago. Like this is like a decade too late. Like it's so weird.
So,
And
he had the sex cult, according to the documentary that I watched. A lot of it was like Leaving Neverland, so I never knew if they were telling the truth in any of it or not, because a lot of it reads like a fan fiction.
well, he's facing like decades in prison. He's guilty. And yeah, and what surviving R. Kelly, yeah, they talked about there's a sex cult that existed. And some of the drawn pictures of the trial are fucking pretty crazy. But he was like pimping chicks out when they were like 15 and shit like that. They got like racketeering and sex trafficking and all sorts of shit, dude. And this is just the federal crimes. There's so many states that are charging him with so many other things. Like this dude is so fucked.
Well, I mean, he'd had a good wife, right? I mean, he's R. Kelly.
Yeah, he made it not like he should have been locked up years ago. He got like basically what, like 15 extra free years of being free and
Yeah,
still having
dude.
like money and being able to do all sorts of weird sexual degeneracy shit. He had a good run.
There's a tape of him peeing on a girl. It exists. You can watch it right now. It's definitely R. Kelly and could not be anyone else.
Yeah. Oh man. FBI, open up! Don't go look for it. You know what'll happen. Oh, it's a honeypot. But, you know, I'm not surprised at all about R. Kelly going down, but I'll tell you what actually was pretty damn funny about this is that there are still people out there that love R. Kelly so much that they are like standing outside the courthouse, fucking twerking, listening to R. Kelly music, dude. It's like fucking deja vu from last week where there's people twerking in inappropriate areas, dude. I'm kind of liking how this is playing out.
Yeah, dude, those sound like my kind of women, Adam. I might have to pop up at this protest in support of Mr. Robert Kelly.
Dude, I hope that at any given point, like in any major like historical event that happens, there's going to be chicks like twerking in the background. Like that would make history awesome.
I might even make a sign.
Well, so man, I'm not surprised at all that R. Kelly's going to be just Gonskis, but I am kind of surprised that it hasn't blown up bigger too. Like it's kind of became a news story, but at the same time, everybody's kind of been like, "Oh, if they finally got him, oh, great," and they're kind of moving on about their day, which I wasn't exactly expecting to see either, man.
Well, you're in two different groups when it comes to R. Kelly, okay? Either you know that he did it and you're surprised that he's not in jail already, or you're never gonna admit that he did anything, so you don't care.
Dude,
So I
only
feel
like 13% of people out there are fall in that camp, to my knowledge.
yeah. I don't think anyone cares about R. Kelly enough to make this a bigger story.
Yeah, well, at least he's going away where we can just truly forget about him. Because, man, that's going to suck. What I'm curious about is if they're going to get all his money. Because if they get all his money, doing time kind of sucks. But if you have a decent amount of cash, you can actually kind of have shit done for you. Then you can actually have things fairly convenient.
Yeah, he's gonna need
Man,
a
I got a gut feeling these people are going to be able to claim like some sort of like emotional distress, and that they're going to be getting paid off. That estate's going to have a run on it.
Well, Adam, how much is the girl toilet and commissary? You know, he's gonna need a new girl to pee on while he's in there.
Now, I bet you can pee in that bussy for about like $5 commissary, man.
Well, he'll have a good time in there. Everybody knows he's gay anyway. If you've seen any of his music videos.
Yeah, true that. Huh. Well, I mean, that's really all I gotta say about R. Kelly. So, you want to get into
Congratulations, Mr. Robert Kelly, on finally being able to express yourself as a homosexual man. I wish the best for you.
All right. Well, let's get into the middle segment of the show, which is our voicemails.
Hi guys, this is Charlie.
Having my mouth and anus aggressively penetrated by several strangers.
All right. Here's the first voicemail of the week.
Hey, I kind of forgot what you guys wanted since the last episode aired, so feel free to ignore this if I'm missing the point. Anyway, here's an example of governmental non-caring. So in the military, leadership that cares about their people will generally get people going on a doofus so that when they're ready to boot him out of the system, there's genuine evidence to back up the case. This keeps us from spending unnecessary taxpayer dollars on a guy who won't get recommended for reenlistment anyway. It's most often done within the first year of enlistment to like furries, weeaboos, guys on the spectrum, people who just can't adapt to living with military structure. So the part where the apathy and laziness comes into play is when people just decide they don't want to do it. They don't want to write paperwork. They're just like, okay, we're still not going to let him reenlist. We'll just let him collect a paycheck as the world's best compensated janitor, and we'll send him on his way to college in 2 to 5 years. You could argue this might be a scheme to get dudes into some form of paid higher education so they don't just become homeless bums within a week. But it really is just such a terrible example of laziness and apathy. And I hate that. I hate that it does go on. Adam, I got a question for you. Why does the Harris County Jail suck? I went there to visit my brother once, and these assholes treated me, they treated me like you'd expect an inmate to get treated. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Bye.
Okay, I can tell you right now why Harris County Jail sucks. So there are two different types of COs that go in there. They're gray shirts and the black shirts. The black shirts are fucking cops. They're not just correctional officers. They're actual fucking cops too. And so these fucking COs, the correctional officers, will treat people that are visiting the place like they're fucking suspect, like they're an inmate kind of, because they're an actual cop. Harris County fucking sucks, dude. Harris County Jail is a real shitty place.
And it sounds like Uncle Sam doesn't want to do paperwork from that voicemail.
Yeah, well, at least some dudes get a paycheck and some college out of the government being lazy. Like, at least that's some government money expenditure that at least seems like it's not just a complete waste. Some good is coming out of it.
Just like when you donate to our Patreon, WGA Shit Show, Patreon.com.
Yeah. Well, let's get into our next voicemail of the week.
Hey, Captain Blackbird. So, again,
Hey.
more people need to call in. This is kind of turning into the Captain Blackbird talks about shit that nobody gives a shit about segment. And
We actually got a bunch of voicemails this week, but hold on, let's keep on going.
And hopefully it doesn't come to that. So, I urge more people to call in. Come on. There's got to be more people and more things going on. Anyway, I just want to call and talk about how my DM just alienated the entire group by saying, I'm sick and tired of hanging out with unvaccinated people, so if you're unvaccinated, don't come to my house. So, not only did one guy immediately dip out and was just like, nope, see you later. The rest of the group kind of feels like, why are you being such a fucking dick about it? You know, half the group is vaccinated anyway. So way to fucking go for my DM alienating everybody from the group. So, guess
Damn.
what? I'm hosting it at my house now, so go eat a fucking dick! Alright.
So, you know what he was talking about by saying his DM, CJ?
GM. Oh,
Yes,
DM.
Yeah, Dungeon Master.
Dungeon Master. Oh, shit, I thought this was his boss the whole time.
No, that fucking sucks though, dude. You have a fucking regular game going and someone wants to be a hoe about something and totally fucking go nuclear on the game. That sucks, man.
Yeah, it's surprising to me that a nerd could get any more nerdier, but apparently they can.
They're prone to spurg out on shit, dude. They can get in their feelings. So, all right. Well, let's get to our next voicemail of the week.
Hey, CJ and Adam. It's that guy who's passionate about seasoned fries.
Fucking French fries, dude. Dude. Fucking French fries. I know.
Shoelace fries are still the best. Second to curly fries.
Yeah, so if you're new listening to the show, feel free to call in at 281-747-6015 and tell us who gives a shit about French fry choices, because apparently that's something that people love to do.
And if you choose shoelace, I want to know why. And if you choose any other French fry, I'll explain to you why that's incorrect in great detail.
Okay. Would never said his name. I'll just go by seasoned fries guy going forward. That's fine with me. CJ, I wanted to say, I'm sorry college is being fucking retarded and gay, and I do hope that it all works out for you. But you were definitely inside your own head, man. You were great last episode. Passion, humor, and points. Fucking on point. So keep doing you, besides losing at gambling. But I'm going to keep listening. You too, Adam. I fucking love the show, guys. Sincerely, seasoned fries guy.
See, I told you, man. I told you were just being dumb-tarded.
Well, thank you, seasoned fries guy, for just thinking I'm pulling a George Costanza like Adam here. But I'm glad that not everyone hated the show last week, so that's good. And keep listening, bud. We love the support.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, here's our last voicemail of the week.
Hey, this is Elder Goose from Austin, and I don't know if y'all noticed this, but this fucking Gabby Petito shit in the fucking news going around, like just going around, like what the fuck? Like, who gives a shit? One female goes missing. Wow. Everyone fucking shit their pants and rape their moms. Holy shit, everyone. One white broad went missing. Holy fuck. Scary. Everyone Every fucking news outlet, let's report on this shit because it's important, I guess. I don't know. Fucking, what the fuck? Why is everyone reporting on this? Why does this fucking matter?
White supremacy, of course.
What the fuck? Yeah, fuck. Anyways, bye.
You know, I have an idea to make life less painful for this guy and us. I think every time a white broad goes missing, we should just put her on the back of milk cartons.
Yeah, give them a memorial OnlyFans just in case they're ever seen again. Well, I guess that, that is all we got for our voicemails.
Hi, guys.
So, let's get into more shit about fucking Gabby. So, okay. Let's just get some more Gabby Pateo stuff in here. So, let's play our favorite game on Guess That Outlet. So, here's the headline. Gabby Pateo homicide. For Dog the Bounty Hunter, the search for Brian Laundrie is personal. So, who the fuck do you think wrote that?
Is it the LA Times?
It's fucking Fox News.
Fox News. Oh, that's
fucking Fox. Like, okay, so who gives a shit about Dog the Bounty Hunter, dude?
I don't know. It's kind of funny when he pops up in the news for saying the N-word every now and then.
Yeah, he almost, I almost paid attention to him for a split second because he said that he thought he had the N-word pass like Eminem does, as if Eminem has an N-word pass or something. Like,
dude, it's hilarious. He does it maybe like once a year where he said the N-word in public. And he gets in the news.
Oh man, his like new fiance or whatever is in a bunch of like interviews going like, God wanted us to be together. And it's like, oh no, one of these people. Like, this is cringy as fuck and terrible.
So
why does everybody's skin made of leather?
Dog is gonna solve the murder that everyone is freaking out about.
Yeah, the fucking hallway monitor is coming to fucking solve this case. There were people reporting earlier today saying like, Dog cracked the case. He's got him, which is fake and gay. I'm like, what the fuck? Dog showed up, found this dude, crushed some meth in front of him, and then let him smoke a cigarette. And then, like, berated him, going, like, I'll make you do my bitch work. And then took him to jail. Is that what everyone thinks is happening?
Well, you better hope this apartment building that Brian lives in doesn't have stairs, because Dog is worse at getting them up than I am. That guy can't walk up a flight of stairs.
So, apparently, Dog is going after, like, is searching on for this guy on his own dime or something like that. People acting like this is some sort of like altruistic thing or some crap like that. When literally this dude's like 68 or something like that, dude. He's old as fuck. It's an old ass retired guy bored wandering around a forest in a state park, like just showing up at people's houses and shit.
Adam, stop being a hater. Me and Dog are gonna go and hunt down some murderers right after the early bird special, man. Stop hating.
But Dog, like, I mean, I watched his show a little bit, but this is another guy that I just don't like because he's a fucking bad actor, if you ask me. He was locked up a long time ago, and he perpetuates a lot of bad stereotypes about what being locked up is like. And I don't think it's very healthy. Like, I don't want to sound like a moral bundle of sticks or anything like that, but I don't think it's very healthy for people to constantly talk about, like, how common it is to get raped and, like, how terrible prison is and shit like that when it's mostly boring. Is it pretty shitty? Yeah, but it's nowhere near as shitty as these people make it out to be. It's kind of annoying. That's another reason why that fucking Larry Lawton guy pissed me off so much.
Having
This guy.
my mouth and anus aggressively
That guy.
penetrated
That guy right there really pisses me off.
by several strangers.
God. It was that Dog Stories double tapped me. It's that I saw him and then I saw him again. And I'm like, oh man, really? Really? Like, I gave such a little shit that it wasn't even worth talking about, but he's back? Alright, fine. Fuck this guy.
It just reminds me of a Dr. Phil type character. It's like if Dr. Phil only had a GED, he would be Dog the Bounty Hunter.
He does. His fashion sense is fucking weird. And I mean, he's like Hawaiian or something, or I don't know, I guess so the guy eats spam or some shit like that. And he wants to act like morally grandstand in front of these people that he's getting arrested and shit. Like he'll let them smoke a cigarette or something like that. Like he's really doing someone a favor when it's like it's like a fucking rapist like making a chick like thank him for like driving her to the clinic or something like that. Like it's fucking weird. Like,
There
I don't
you go
get this
again,
guy.
Adam hating on my boy dog, Mr.
Yeah,
Magnum,
I don't like this guy.
Mr. Magnum UTI over here. This guy is awesome, dude. We're going to hunt some murderers. We're gonna do it, Adam, and we're gonna find the killers. I don't care how hard you hate.
He's also a convicted felon, so he can't use a gun. He's like running around with like a paintball gun and like mace and shit like that.
Bring pepper spray to a gunfight. You know how everyone always says you should do that.
That's a bad idea. Well, I mean, you can maybe get a little lucky, but I wonder, even if you see Dog, I mean, he's like kind of doing this of his own accord. It's not like the dude has a real badge or anything like that. Like he's not actually a cop. If this dude runs up on you and he's trying to mace you, are you allowed to mace him back?
I think it would be a hate crime given that he is a senior citizen.
Oh God, he is old as fuck. All it did was just like crack the leather skin or some shit like that.
But imagine being in a black Winnebago with your face on it, because I already know that's what he's driving, and you get the senior discount on your gas gallons, man. Imagine the nickels and dimes that guy is saving.
Yeah. And, you know, the story of this missing girl is kind of boring, too. You got weirdos that live in a van. Dude kills the chick and then like disappears out in the woods somewhere. Family probably knows sort of where he is, but is covering for the guy. That's basically what's happening right now.
Whoa. Dude, Adam, it's me. I killed her. It's not just any dude. I want to get my recognition for the deeds I've done, at least. Jeez.
Man. Well, I'm surprised you don't have Dog just with his hands on his hips, just standing outside your mom's house being like, hey, let me smoke a cigarette with you.
Yeah, he said
where the fuck's your son?
He said I could buy another disposable vape before he takes me off to jail. So we're going to go do that right after this show.
Oh, God. Well, that's really all I got to say about like this like missing YouTuber / Dog the Bounty Hunter / what the fuck ever, like everybody else talking about this shit. That's really all I got to say about it. So what else you got for us this week, man?
All right, I think I bought this one in before. Jake Gyllenhaal says women are stronger than men.
Okay. So you want me to guess the outlet, right? So what Jake Gyllenhaal says what?
Jake Gyllenhaal says that women are stronger than men.
The LA Times.
Oh, you're right on target, buddy. Yep, the LA Times.
Really? Nice. Okay. Sweet.
You got one.
So
this article,
why is Jake Gyllenhaal suddenly being a fucking cuck? Like, what the hell?
First off, I wanted to
I guess I
this
can be
article.
kind of a blue-pilled beta cuck at times.
Damn you, Jake Gyllenhaal.
When I read this, it's just in the tone of who gives a shit. So the bitch that wrote this started off by saying, quote, "Big year for Jake Gyllenhaal. During the pandemic, he turned 40. Who the fuck gives a shit that Jake Gyllenhaal is 40?
Yeah, who cares about that? I turned 30 in prison and no one gave a shit. Who the fuck gives a shit that Jake Gyllenhaal turned 40?
So I'm sure because he cares so much about his age, now they want to know what the most important lesson Jake Gyllenhaal learned during the pandemic. Do you want to take a guess what that is?
Oh, God. Is it family?
No, it's not family.
Well,
you
what
think
is
he
it?
would love his family? That's dumb. It's women are stronger than men because it says so in movies. That's obviously the lesson you take away from the
Oh,
pandemic.
no. Come on, man.
Dude, he cited Star Wars and everything. That's the Star Wars show that everyone likes with the big booby chick. Whatever that's called.
So what the fuck is he even talking about anyway? That's an empty statement. He's like, women are stronger. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
The movies have never lied, Adam. And Captain Marvel, those are Brie Larson's real toes. They do actually look like that.
Oh, God. Well, that's fucking stupid. Okay, what else is fucking... What other deep thunks is Jake spewing out there? Has he been hanging out with, like, Jaden Pinkett Smith or something like that?
I don't know, man. But you gotta watch Ghostbusters and Ocean's 8 with women in it. All these women being smarter than us in movies. That's obviously a correlation to real life.
Well, the Mary Sue characters can kind of have a semblance of reality, and that everybody just kind of likes them. I've seen that happen before. You got a pretty chick, everybody likes them. But that's about it. As far as, like, being, like, sound and capable, it kind of requires, like, effort and shit. And that requires, like, effort and stuff. And people don't like doing that. So, yeah, this dude's fucking dumb.
Yeah, I brought this in because not only does it show how out of touch celebrities are in this day and age, but it's just reading this whole thing, I couldn't stop thinking, who gives a shit, to myself. Who gives a shit that Jake Gyllenhaal is 40? Who gives a shit what lessons he learned by being locked up in his $1 million house? And also, who gives a shit about the lesson, which is that girls are smarter than guys because it is written that way in a movie?
I was really hoping you'd say that he had some, like, a bigger galaxy brain idea. Like, it's almost so simple that it's hard to attack it. If he at least would just, like, make some dumbass spiritualist shit up, at least we could make fun of him a little bit extra. But this is just a boring reason, other than it's...
I don't have to attack it because...
stupidity.
I don't have to attack it because this is the mere idea that he thinks this is deep and that it's a lesson shows in itself how stupid he is.
Yeah. So, that kind of sucks. I've actually liked Jake Gyllenhaal in a couple of things. Like, I actually like Donnie Darko and shit like that. But, does this dude live in LA or something? It sounds like he does.
That's
of course he does. Man.
So maybe I have hope, Adam, because in Breaking Bad, Walt Jr. walks. And if movies are real now, which they are according to Jake Gyllenhaal, then I'll be a walking man. As soon as I turn on Breaking Bad, I'll just get right up and walk.
Man, I clicked on your article and jumped to it, and just the front page of this thing is fucking terrible.
Yeah,
because it has his picture, but it also has like the breakdown of what he's wearing and how much it costs. Jesus Christ, dude. Just like his fucking jumper and coat are like over 6,000 euros, dude. That is fucking expensive.
This whole article is who gives a shit worthy.
Yeah,
that
it's just
one component, you should give a shit about it.
Oh. Baked Alaska. Did he talk about Baked Alaska?
Yeah, because I guess he's related to Baked Alaska for some reason.
What? That dude's a hero. He took a call on Nancy Pelosi's phone.
And stole AOC's shoes, allegedly, right? That was another thing that happened.
That's hilarious that he's related to Baked Alaska. Shit, that's more interesting than he turned 40 in a pandemic and now wears expensive coats for fluff pieces. That's so strange, man. Well, you want to start
rapping? Movies are real, and Hollywood has never told a lie, ever. Every movie you see is real.
Yeah, women are just better at stuff and are able to come up with sassy one-liners that always land, and us as men just need to accept that and get used to it.
Yeah, you don't believe us bigots? Watch Amy Schumer. She'll prove you wrong.
John Cena was halfway funny in Trainwreck, maybe.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I just remember LeBron James dunking on some broads in that movie.
Oh, fucking terrible. But you want to wrap up our show and get to our favorite segment?
Yeah. Before we wrap it up, I do have some plugs for you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Shoot it out there, man.
So there is a Twitter account called Gus Johnson. And Gus Johnson is a really funny boomer conservative parody account. Or it's Gary Johnson, not Gus. Yes, it's at Gary Johnson USA. And it's a very funny parody account. And every day he's tweeting about how Candace Owens will be the president. And he's putting a picture of a different black chick every time. And just saying that's Candace Owens. And this guy's like non-stop. He's hilarious. He's one of the best parody accounts out there. And he only has like 1,100 followers. And I think he needs to have a lot more than that. So go follow him. At Gary Johnson USA, all capital letters.
Well, also, be sure to check out our Audio Guys podcast, Rim Dickman, which is the Rich Dickman Show, richdickman.com. The last episode, my partner went on there, and they did an interview and talked about, BDSM and poly and kink stuff. So be sure to check that out. But
yeah, Carl, check that out, Carl, from one of these podcasts. Check it out.
All right, so let's get into our favorite segment, to catch a Redditor. Let's start off with Dog the Bounty Hunter.
From r/Gabby Petito. Mr. Showtime 3 writes, is it some kind of American exceptionalism that leads so much of the public to believe that the FBI is some elite crime unit with a flawless record? They've got a history of the opposite. People need to read more, or at very least watch a documentary or two. It's That Glow writes, Dog is well known for finding people. That's what he's good at. He's also well known for getting a confession. Have you watched any of his tactics from the backseat of his cars? He can break someone down and get it out of them, not because he sympathizes with them, but he has the mind of a felon. That's why he's not allowed to have a gun, no weapons. He has bare hands and pepper spray. That's it. He doesn't give up on looking for somebody that's in trouble. I've said this before, but I live in Northport, and it's been hell all over my town. I can't go any place without hearing about this story. Tropical Tundra responds, George Floyd was murdered 4 miles from my house. You know what it's like to look out your back window and see plumes of black smoke because people decided 2 cities should be burned down? Please don't talk to me about hell. The trial won't be there, nothing's been burned, and no one's been shot. You've got a little bit uncomfortable compared to what my city's gone through.
Wow, Reddit getting in a big cock contest today, huh?
Dude, you can't even say anything. You're like, well, what about George Floyd? You haven't even suffered.
My city was burned down. My city was burned down harder than yours.
Man. And they're like, dog, the bounty hunter has a mind of a felon. He'll find this guy. What the fuck do you think that means? Mind of a felon? Dude, if you've been locked up for a while, you're just sitting in one room, bored out of your mind forever. That is not very helpful for, like, running a man down and finding him. That you do not get that skill set from being locked up. I hate to break that to you. That's fucking stupid.
I think Doug more so had the mind of Joe Biden.
Oh, I think he has the mind of Ozzy Osbourne. All right, let's get into the next To Catch a Redditor of the week.
From r/Tim Dillon, Mellow Cats writes, a crisis actor if there ever was one. Clifton 1979 writes, I'm sure the Lifetime movie will cover this. Benjamindes writes, right now this post has 6 awards, 600 upvotes, but isn't on the front page of this shit sub. Guess what is? Walmart gas chamber bullshit, COVID bullshit, rogue AI bullshit, irrelevant Biden political bullshit. A newer post with a fucking spelling error in the title is higher than this one. The mods here suck ass.
Damn, this is about that fucking YouTube broad disappearing. What the fuck? It went to weird conspiracy shit fucking fast, dude.
Well,
that's what happens
agree.
Whenever you start getting like crisis actors involved. You got rogue AIs, right?
Alex Jones is right. He never said anything wrong ever, and he should be reinstated on all his platforms.
Oh, well, I do love Alex Jones.
I believe all of it, absolutely. What I'm telling is the truth.
None of it is, a shtick, a show at all.
No.
Okay, so let's get to the next To Catch a Redditor. This one is about R. Kelly.
From r/R Kelly, West Campus Wixie writes, it's the remix to Ignition, a bunch of underage women. Prodigy 19.5 writes, my wife, girlfriend at the time, lived in an apartment 2 blocks from the main McDonald's he used to be at near Hyde Park. That shit was right around the corner from the high school, so he basically was guaranteed to have underage girls coming in daily if he just showed up at that McDonald's during the time when school lets out. Dude was straight up praying and not even hiding it. The official Twizzle writes, I'm not a criminal defense lawyer. Shed, Pess, Poob, and Calm.
So this freaking fat ass was like, R. Kelly was hanging out at my McDonald's picking up underage girls.
Sounds like R. Kelly is balling to me.
That's fucking rich.
Maybe if you weren't so fatty, maybe you'd have a squad of underage sex slaves too.
Yeah, you could have your own sex cult if you got enough money, and apparently a McDonald's next to where the fat bitches live. All right, let's get to the next To Catch a Redditor. This one's about Jake Gyllenhaal.
From r/movies, the question 6 writes, seeing as tomorrow's Halloween, do you have any favorite scary movies? Jake Gyllenhaal responds, most romantic comedies scare me. Paralyzing Needle writes, Jake Gyllenhaal is a great actor. Nocturnal Animals and Nightcrawler are my favorite Gyllenhaal movies. He was snubbed by the Academy for both movies, and I'll never understand.
Man, I didn't like Nightcrawler, dude.
I don't remember seeing it. I did watch it once, and I hate these people who say that the Academy snubbed someone else. The Oscars don't matter. Stop pretending that the Oscars matter at all.
Yeah, they really don't matter. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I like Jake Gyllenhaal and a decent number of stuff, but For whatever reason, a lot of people were talking about his Nightcrawler appearance, and I really didn't care for that movie at all. I was bored. Like, I thought I kind of understood what they were trying to get to about, like, the macabre or something like that, but I'm like, this shit was just boring.
Yeah, I don't remember much about it myself. It can't be as bad as the Jennifer Lawrence movie, and everyone seems to think she's good.
Yeah. Well, you got anything else you want to say before we jump off this week, man?
Alex Jones was right, and you should all feel ashamed of yourself for abandoning him. And other than that, this has been Who Gives a Shit. Stay horny, everyone.
See ya.